So how do you solve it when your back goes out and you can't bend, you can't sit, you can't get on your pants? It takes 20 minutes to get your pants on, or you need to contort and do all kinds of different things to try to figure out how to get your clothes on, how to get up and down, up off the floor, whatever you got to do. Well, that has been me over the last couple days, last 3 days really. So this is a new thing for me. I've never had it quite like this before, although I've had a back injury and some issues in the past. This one's a new one. So how do you solve that? How do you treat it? How do you turn the tides and get things going back the other way? So I thought I would talk about that really quick this morning, since I'm dealing with it, and I'll give you guys some advice, and then I will go work on some of those very things myself to help solve my problem. So the first piece is there's 3 parts. I'm going to talk to you about 3 parts. Okay, so one is, it's a bit of a framework that I talk about in a book that's about to come out, is mindset, movement, and last is environment. So the mindset piece. So first off, our brain's primary job, is to preserve us and keep us safe and alive. And so that is our fight or flight response. But the thing is, if you stay in fight or flight response, that elevates your inflammatory response. Things hurt worse, and we get more swelling, can create a snowball. So the key is knowing that it's actually good for us, because it helps us to mobilize our energy to fight that problem. Okay, it gets your attention basically, and that's a good thing. But we don't want to stay there. So the way that you do that is just be aware that staying in fight or flight is not necessarily good. Gets your attention, but not necessarily good to stay there. So the way that you get out of that is, the first part is reframing and improving your confidence that something is not seriously wrong. Okay, so give you an example. Like mine, I was working with a patient and something caught, but I know as a physical therapist, I'm not getting any leg symptoms, I'm not getting any bowel or bladder symptoms, and I have seen this behavior in other people, so I know that this will be fine. If you don't know what that is, or what's happening, or this is brand new, or you have symptoms that are potentially more serious, you want to go get those checked out so that you can be confident and know what you need, get some guidance on what you need to do to solve that thing. Second is being aware of starting to help get your brain out of that fight or flight response by going, you know what am I thankful for? Like I'm thankful that I can move around. I'm thankful that I'm not having some of these more serious symptoms. I thank for this beautiful, gorgeous temperature today, this nice blue sky, all of those things. What that does is that calms down the nervous system, so that helps shift your brain so you can be more in the moment, and less projecting into the future. What does this mean for later? What does this mean for the future? Which just compounds the issue, and it's a snowball. So reframing that. The other thing, if you have trouble with that, is which we all do, is brain is not easy to control. What you want to do is breathe in through the nose, breathe out through the nose. Nice, long, and slow. Nice, long, slow exhales. And that long, slow exhale helps bring you into the present moment, increases your parasympathetic state, so it calms everything down. But just breathing is one of the best things you can do for help reset your mental state. Number 2 is movement. Movement is absolutely critical. One of the worst things you do is just stay stationary all the time. And so moving is important. Now, I know for myself, I have an exercise routine I go through, and some moves are more aggressive than others. Some I flat out can't do right now. So what you want to do is do your more gentle exercises that encourage circulation, encourage movement, because that is what reduces inflammation, changes muscle tension, and gives your body the environment it needs to start to calm down, whatever that part is, particularly the back. So for me, I've been able to do some easy things, a little bit of side to side. I know my left hip flexors has responded and is super tight, so I'm working on that. So I'm addressing the specific things that I know make me feel better, and movement feels good. Aggressive movement doesn't feel good. Also walking, for me, and this would be the case for most people that have a back thing that's an issue, is sitting for a while, standing for a while. You don't want to do anything for any real length of time. It's about variety and changing position a lot. So walking a distance. I'm not walking super great right now, so now's not the time for me to see how far I can walk and go for a legit hike, but it is great for circulation and just moving, and that's what you want to do. So short walks, short movement, don't sit, don't stand, just mix it up. Do a variety of movements, and gentle exercise, gentle movement. That's aimed at trying to increase circulation, also try to get your core starting to work again, and also getting the glute and rear end working again. That's something that your therapist can help you with. And it's about getting some things back online. We know when we have an acute injury, it tends to inhibit our core and inhibit our rear end and some other things. And so you want to get those working again. And that's where the rehab part comes in. Last but not least is shaping the environment so that you reduce stress, get away from the things that hurt. So in my case, bending is out of the question. There's certain moves I flat out can't do. It creates spasm right away. So you want to stay away. It's a no-does statement, but you want to stay away from the things that are uncomfortable. Migrate towards the things that feel more comfortable, and then set up your environment so that you are well aligned, well supported. And I'll give you a direct example for me. Yesterday I was doing some work on the book and needed to be doing some documentation and some writing. And so set up a box on the table so I could work standing, I could work sitting, and I had props so that I could easily sit up straight and tall or stand tall. And then when I was standing, I had a balance pad where I could walk while I was working. And so it wasn't exactly a treadmill, but it works even better, actually, in my opinion. So what you're doing is you're bringing circulation and you're giving your body an environment, a variety, and an environment where you're lowering stress, increasing circulation, and helping facilitate the healing process. And also, an environment that started icing. Ice is still the best thing in an acute situation for the first 3 to 5 days, is to ice whatever that injured part is. In my case, is the back, 15 to 20 minutes, several times a day. And that's a good natural way to reduce your inflammatory response. Trying to facilitate pillows at night so that everything is supported, drinking a lot of water, anti-inflammatory foods. Give yourself the building blocks that you need so that your body heals well. It's all about shaping that mental, physical, and emotional environment that we do well in. So anyway, those are some tips in terms of solving back pain, acute back pain when it goes out. Thank you for listening to me, and I hope none of you have what I'm talking about today. And let me go to the office and practice some of what I'm preaching and encouraging you guys to do. So thanks for listening. Have a great day, guys, and hope you enjoy this absolutely stunning weather, and keep on thriving. Bye.